All right. Welcome to Radio Row, Super Bowl 60, Pro Football Doc Sports Injury Central podcast. We will take questions. I apologize for the schedule. We were traveling on Monday. Tuesday was hectic. I hope we get some quiet time now. Taylor and Doug are here. Craig is here in San Francisco, too. They've been waiting for me, for like an hour to see a new guy, another guy.
You're a mingler. You're a mingler, Doc.
I don't know. I see people.
I have this rule. If I watch you talk for like 5 minutes, after a certain point, I let you go because I know that's going to be it's going to be longer than 5, maybe 10, and I'll come back and get you. But those conversations I think are meaningful, and you're catching up with people that you know.
No, it's all organic. I'm sure someone will walk by here. It's kind of craziness in Radio Row. Are we good on sound? You're a little bit distant, Doug.
You are. It might me. Do I sound distant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll bring it closer. Yeah.
Whatever as long as we're good. All right.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about here. Radio Row. It's been fantastic. I look at this as just fun to see people I haven't seen in a while. I feel like I've gone full circle. I had a visit to New York for the Super Bowl, but I wasn't media credentialed. My first media credential was Super Bowl 49 in Arizona, and the teams. Seahawks versus Patriots.
Yep.
Now
full
Super
circle.
Bowl 60, Seahawks versus Patriots.
That makes sense, yeah.
But it's the funnest part about being here, running into people and this, that, the other. I really enjoy when random people I don't know at all come say hello. And then I'm always shocked when someone that I absolutely should know, but I don't, and they say hello, and it's just fun. As I joke about, I guess I'm pseudo-recognizable in this crowd. Not because I'm famous, but there aren't a lot of people wearing red shirts.
Oh, come on. Bearing the lead there for me.
Let's just say there's not a Rooney rule for Asians at Radio Row. Oh, good. I'm joking.
On top of that, you're taller than average as well. So you got a combo there.
Throwing the big fat round head, I'm recognizable.
There you
go. All good. Yes. You know what? I feel like I'm good with Patriots Nation now. Patriots.com, they're 2 over from us.
Yep.
Had us on. I said, you sure you're good with that? I mean, they're like, yeah. WEI, Sports Hub 98.5. Yep. I think we had fun, good content. I think we're good. One of the fun highlights is I'm on and with WEI, and Ted Bruschi pops in.
Yep, yes, he did. Yep.
We get a big embrace and hug, and people are like, wait a minute, you actually like the Patriots. That's what I've been saying. I'm good with Patriots and Patriots Nation.
And we had our social media team kind of get you to do the little Belichick video and a little Edelman picture. So we're trying to slow roll and get them on the right track.
It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. And here's the new line that we'll get to that I'll get myself in trouble. I think I got in trouble when people misinterpreted that. I was more worried about Drake Maye than Sam Darnold. And although that is still true, we know he's going to play. And we'll go over what we think Drake Maye is. We'll get to that. But here's the other teaser. There are other players on the team that I'm more worried about Patriots than Drake Maye, specifically Robert Spillane and Harold Landry. And we'll get to that
absolutely
a little bit. And we'll cover that. Then we'll chat a little Lindsey Vonn. We'll chat a little bit about the Pro Bowl. We'll chat wherever people want to go with. As I'm looking around, it's a fun crew here.
I'm waiting on more people to join, Doc. So let's start with the Lindsey Vonn.
I know we didn't really announce it. We just went commando style.
Right yeah.
Here we are, kind of thing.
We're expecting you
I
to
guess
come,
we should have
little announcement.
Teased it and this, that, the other. I'm sorry. If we get to questions, we'll answer questions. Where do you want to start today? Want to start?
Let's start with Lindsey Vonn because we'll let for people to get the Drake Maye. I don't want them to miss that. So Lindsey Vonn, the Olympics did start today, Doc. I know people don't really know the curling. And
I wouldn't have known. I think Lindsey Vonn
yeah.
skis on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, he does.
Now, I don't know if it's early morning, where it is, the time.
Qualifying round. Yeah. The early
qualifying round.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so they qualify for the finals.
They used some of the World Cup standings to get to that. So they have.
So does Lindsey Vonn have to qualify to ski in the finals?
Yes, she does.
How many qualify?
Let me see. It was like 12, I believe, last year at least. So to get into the qualifying round.
Well, I think it would be a fantastic accomplishment if Lindsey Vonn can qualify for the finals. I am not denigrating her unbelievable skill.
Right. She has
But
an insane injury history too. We've gone over it multiple times.
Let's talk about Lindsey Vonn real quick. Forget the Drake Maye. 5 days ago, whenever she crashed and was, quote, airlifted, that was an airlift of convenience, okay, not an airlift of necessity.
Right.
Because the mountain town. We said the worry is left knee ACL tear. Well, that unfortunately seems to be true now. And I saw her press conference. She said ACL completely torn, a bone bruise, and some meniscus damage. She's not sure if the meniscus is old or new. That's very consistent. It's normal to have a bone bruise of the ACL. It's probably a degenerative meniscus. She undoubtedly she's had surgery before, ACL reconstructions on that knee before. So it's not unheard of that her meniscus is not normal. How much is new or old? The MRI picks it up. But what's fantastic, let's not bury the lead. She's 41 years old, was the favorite in the Alpine downhill.
Coming out of retirement too.
Coming out of retirement,
yeah.
41, the favorite, and doing on a right total knee, a right knee replacement. Unheard of. Already legendary. Almost. Now, if she can win a medal, I'll put her on there for sure.
Right.
But if she qualifies for the finals, I might, on a Mount Rushmore, like of injuries and whatever. It's that fantastic. Last year, we met and chat with Kurt Schilling. I would say his bloody sock and peroneal tendon subluxation World Series is on the Mount Rushmore of injuries. We asked, is Phillip Rivers playing with the ACL on it? Maybe, maybe not, possible. But this Lindsey Vonn thing is amazing without the current ACL tear on her left knee, that she had a total knee.
I have a thing too. They have a certain different events that they have. So they usually only bring 4 downhill skiers for each country. So we have 4, and Vonn's one of them. I think what you're saying too is crazy that all the kids that are doing this, the women that are doing this, how is there not 4 that are one more better than her? That's how.
Well, if I'm not wrong, she was a favorite.
Yes,
before this injury.
Exactly. Yeah, she's the best one of the
41 years old on a knee replacement.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lindsey Vonn. Now, the second part of this, I say wholehearted, and I hope you heard my comments about Lindsey Vonn. I don't know Lindsey Vonn, but I'm in awe of great athletes like her. Skiing is an ACL-dependent sport. No offense, Phillip, but Phillip Rivers playing in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots in 2008, 2009 on a torn ACL 6 days after a knee scope is way different than Lindsey Vonn skiing in the Olympics downhill. Lindsey Vonn's going to go 85 plus miles an hour down an icy hill. Phillip Rivers, I love you, my man, isn't going 8.5 miles when he runs.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not dynamic in cutting.
Right.
LT couldn't have played through the ACL, and I love LT. Phillip could because he was a quarterback and the brace worked. But downhill skiing, my mind would be blown if she could ski at the highest levels and compete at the highest levels, can win a medal of any kind. My mind would be blown if she qualifies for the finals. That's how high of a bar it is. My sincere hope, she deserves all the flowers and accolades. My sincere hope is she makes a safe run. She deserves the flowers. She deserves the retirement run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she's going to ski. But let's not be crazy. Try and push it too hard. Look, if you hit a little rut, you can be thrown off balance and have a horrific crash. If you have an ACL tear and your knee shifts in an ACL-dependent sport, I just want her to be safe. What she's done is already amazing. That's my opinion of Lindsey Vonn. How is it possible that she's going to ski? Remember, she didn't get airlifted from the site. She skied down the hill first.
Yes, she did.
She's
a
an
beast.
expert.
She's a beast.
She's a beast.
Yes.
But they're all beasts when you're in the Olympics. And when 0.01 second makes this huge deal, how is she going to be able to do it? It blows my mind that she's doing it. Good on her that she did it on total knee, but it would make Olympic downhill skiing, I don't want to say this because I don't want to disrespect anyone, but if Lindsey Vonn can
win against these athletes,
against the best athletes in the world on
at
a
this,
knee replacement,
at this sport in downhill,
on a recent ACL tear with a knee brace at the age of 41, that would be disrespectful to the sport of alpine downhill skiing and the magnitude of how great these athletes are. Or I guess it would be super respectful of how great Lindsey Vonn is. It would be a Mount Rushmore unbelievable moment. I hope it happens. I don't count on it.
So you have 30 plus going in the finals. What they do in the qualifying is they try to see who goes first and who has the best time, and then they all throw over 30 go and compete for the
all
final.
30 go to the finals.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I'm saying right here.
I take it back. Lindsey Vonn will make the finals.
There you go. Yeah, if she just it's a matter of when she goes. One of the 30 or she goes last, first.
It would be an amazing accomplishment if Lindsey Vonn finished in the top 10.
Unless she DNF though, unless she didn't finish the course or something, then she
Well, I hope she does because I hope she doesn't crash. But it would be an amazing accomplishment if she finished in the top 10.
Absolutely,
I'm rooting for it.
Not even a medal, just the fact that she finished in the top 10 of her athletes with this injury would be incredible, like you're saying. Yeah. We have a couple people on, Doc. You want to share any special interactions or experience before we jump into Drake Maye real quick? We got enough people ready to go.
Okay,
Maye.
well, yeah, whatever. I mean. We saw Lonnie Paxton. He gave me a big hug. Doug Flutie. What other interactions? We talked about Teddy Bruschi. There's other than Patriots.
We saw Damar Hamlin too. That was good. You talked
Damar
about
Hamlin. Well, lots of Red and Sony. I mean, lots of media people. A.Q. Shipley.
Yes.
Orlovsky's here. Who else did we say hello to? A ton of people. A ton of people here. Too many to name. Look.
Rampage Jackson, tell me your story.
Rampage Jackson.
That story too.
I risked getting hit. Rampage Jackson was on Kaplan and crew here, and saw him, and I said hello, and I don't really know him. I did say to him that you ruined my Vegas weekend one time. He's like, what? What did I do? I said, UFC fight versus Chuck Liddell.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out
man. Yep.
with Chuck Liddell / in his quote contingent. And looking forward to a fun after party in his suite. And Rampage knocked him out in 13 seconds. And it was not fun in his suite afterwards.
In the party afterwards.
Just joking. I love Chuck Liddell, whatever.
Yes.
Look, how about little things like Kyle Long coming up and saying, "Oh, I'm a big fan of this."
Brandon Marshall came alongside.
Brandon Marshall. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun stuff. Busting with the boys crew. McAfee, I haven't seen him. He's right over there. I see his set.
First time he's
walking
today.
by, etc. It blows my mind. Christian Foria came up and said, "Hey, I'm a professor at the university. I got 10 students here. Do you mind doing an interview with them? I'm Christian Foria." I'm like, I know who you are.
That's awesome. Yeah, we do.
I got a question for him. I didn't ask him yet. It's Patriots or Seahawks because he played for both.
Equal time in both too. Yeah.
Equal time. Yeah.
That's a big one. Yeah, but like you said, a lot of people walking by. Like you said, Kyle Long, Chris Long as well.
Chris Long. I haven't said hello to him yet, but
he's been around. Yes.
It's all good. All good. Lots of people here. All right, let's get going. Let's talk about what else you want to talk about. You want to talk about?
I want to mention.
We're talking about Substation. You want to talk about?
We can get to that. I want to mention that we did go to open media night, and we did talk to a lot of linebackers and stuff. So we'll get to the linebacker first.
Good job, Taylor. You used your journalism degree.
Yes.
I had some fun at opening media night. I talked to Hunter Henry a little bit. I waited till all the questions were done.
Right.
Hunter was in San Diego. Shouted him out. Gave some shout outs. I was texting with Phillip and Gatesy. It was all fun. But I don't ask real questions in media day. But you did. You asked a couple.
Yes.
All right. So where do you want to go with? You want to do Drake Maye? You want to do Robert Spillane?
Let's talk about Drake Maye first. Talk about the Patriots. So Drake Maye, everybody knows now. Okay, you talk about the Patriots angst and the fans. That was one of my tabs for this podcast. I didn't know if we were.
What's that?
Patriots angst. I didn't know if they were gonna be able to I don't know if we were surviving that relationship yet, but with all these little interviews, you did do that. So tell me what your thoughts
you know what? I don't mind going into the Lions Den. First of all, Patriots.com invited us. It was great. WEE invited us. It was great. I'm walking by Sports Hub and Fez Melger, or I'm getting their names wrong.
Melger, yeah.
They saw you walk by. Are you Dr. Chow? Yeah. You want to sit down right now and come on? I'm like, Okay, you sure you want me on, or are you mad at me? No,
Yep.
no, we're good. No, they're all very professional. It's media banter. And look, by the way, here's the breaking news on Drake Maye. Last Monday, 10 days ago, we said there's no doubt in my mind that Drake Maye injured his right shoulder on Sunday. That has come true. He's now on the injury report. Was there an old component? Was it all new? You can debate that, but certainly he injured it or aggravated it on Sunday. We never said he wouldn't play. I actually said that we thought he would play, but we were doing more detective work.
Mm-hmm.
We said we're more worried about him than Sam Darnold. That still holds true. But they're both going to play. Look, Sam Darnold can re-aggravate the oblique. He'll take vitamin T. But I said on serious, Drake Maye is going to play and be fine in this way. The magical healing powers of the extra week before the Super Bowl. That very powerful drug.
Kirk Morrison said the T train, right?
No. The very powerful drug that all athletes are on Sunday, especially double doses for Super Bowl, adrenaline.
Right, of course. Yes, yeah.
Then vitamin T, or Kirk Morrison says the T train.
T train, yes.
And then he can still get his AC joint injected. Yes, I believe Drake Maye has a mild AC joint sprain. That's what the video looks like. So what are we watching for? 100% expect him to play. Watch for how well he can throw the deep ball. He's been great at it all year. As you follow through, it affects your AC joint some. If it's numb, it shouldn't. But I'm not saying he can't throw the deep ball or drive a hard throw, but that's what we would be, quote, worried about watching for. And knowing the greatness of Mike Vrabel, and we've seen him do it before in Tennessee. Hello. Sorry about that. Seeing good email here. Marcus Mariota had an ulnar nerve elbow grip issues, couldn't grip and spin the ball. We were on it in 2018.
Correct.
We said he can't spin and throw. He can't throw deep accurately. He can't do it. And the first series he played with that injury, under Mike Vrabel as the head coach, what do you do?
Handoff,
handoff, and then threw long.
Pass. Yes, exactly. Yep.
It wasn't close to completion. It wasn't a good-looking pass, but he served notice that he would do it and could do it, but never threw long again. Now, am I saying the same thing's going to happen with Drake Maye? No, but it would not surprise me to see Drake Maye throw long. Either to test out if the Seahawks are cheating up, or to send a message, you better not cheat up. And let's see what happens. But Drake Maye is going to play. Now, should he slide and avoid aggravation of the AC joint on a scramble? If he's gotten the first down, yes, go down, slide, my friend. Mm-hmm. If it's 2nd and 10 and he's gotten 5 yards, yes, go down, my friend.
Right.
If it's 3rd and 8 and you need to get that final yard and he's 6 yards in, yes, go head first, go shoulder first, go for it. It's the Super Bowl. And so I think that he'll be fine. The bigger concern is Robert Spillane and now potentially Harold Landry as well.
Yep. Yes. So jump right into them. I interviewed Spillane. That was one of the ones I had on opening meeting night. He seems like he's got a very Vrabel answer. I watched multiple interviews. People ask the same questions. He said the same thing. He was very robotic about it. But like you said, everybody's playing. It's just a matter of, is he going to be able to go side to side?
I guarantee you that Robert Spillane will suit up, will want to suit up and play.
He said 100% confident today in an interview today.
I guarantee you he will get medically cleared to play. I cannot guarantee you how well he will play with the left ankle injury, especially the sideline to sideline guy that he is.
Okay.
If he doesn't play, it won't be medical stopping him. It won't be Spillane saying he can't. It will be, as Pat Kerwin pointed out on Sirius when I was on with him, a roster management decision.
Okay.
Do they need 8 offensive linemen? Do they need that extra special teamer? Do they need X, Y, and Z for the roster?
Mm-hmm.
Roster management is always very tight. And is he 90% or 75%? And if he's 90%, you'll probably have him. If he's 75 or 80%, You might have to look at Gibbons, and it's a roster management decision. And honestly, we're jumping ahead, but it's going to be a roster management decision potentially between him, Spillane, and Harold Landry. Why? Landry's usage, and we'll talk about it, has dipped. You can't have a guy.
They both play on the left side. That's the same side of the field that you're saying.
They don't play the exact same position. I get that.
Yeah.
But my point is, you can't, on the 46, take up two guys that aren't 100%.
Right.
You may not have that roster flexibility. It may come down to one or the other because you can't have two guys that are
less than 100%.
Playing some, not 100%.
Right.
Have them both go out early, and now you're playing shorthanded at special teams or linebacker or rush end or whatever. So I don't know their roster well enough, but it will be a roster decision.
I will say they do have depth. I remember we saw Jack Gibbons play a little bit. He seemed like he was missing some tackles in the RG Harvey. So there are players that they have depth, but I don't know.
Yeah, but the conditions were so it's hard to say it's Gibbons isn't.
Yeah.
But you know, Mike Vrabel knows. Would you rather have a 90% Robert Spillane or 100% Jack Gibbons? Right? It's a question.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a question. And Spillane didn't return because of the snow. It's already poor footing, can't change directions. Just because he's running on the sideline doesn't mean that he's 100% fine. So some question marks about Spillane. Some question marks about Landry.
You're about Landry. Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about Harold Landry.
Yes,
Mad respect for Harold Landry. Beast. Now that we've looked at his injury. I have to credit Evan Lazar right next door to us there. I guess
Patriots.com.
Patriots.com
Yep.
reporter. When I was on air with Patriots.com, he asked about Landry, and I said, I don't have a lot of information on Landry. Is it a chronic knee issue, this, that, the other? And he said, we thought there was a play against New Orleans in week 6 where we worried about he might have torn his ACL. I talked about it with Evan. He was nice enough to give us what he had. And Taylor, JC, and the boys found the video. Week 6, Harold Landry.
First quarter,
8:55 in the first quarter. Friendly fire from Milton Williams. Right knee issue. He goes down. It looked like an LCL sprain and a bone bruise. Not an ACL, an LCL sprain and a bone bruise. He returned to the game. He is a beast. He played 80-some% of the snaps that game. I would have said if I saw that in real time, I don't think he's coming back. I would have been wrong. He played the rest of the season, was never on the injury report for the knee until the playoffs.
Week 7 and 8 after the injury, it was ankle, and then it turned.
He was listed as ankle.
Yeah.
I think it was more knee, but whatever. Beast, LCL sprain, bone bruise, kept playing. Now, come the playoffs, his snaps have started to drop, and he only played 11%.
It's been 27% for the whole playoffs as a whole, and he's usually 75%. So, and it's been under 50%.
And he didn't play in the conference championship game.
Right. Well, less than 50% on that one as well. Yes.
He's Vrabel's guy. I hope he plays. But unfortunately, it might come down to roster management, Landry or Spillane. I get it. They don't play the same position. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But Harold Landry, beast. Shout out again to Evan Lazar for pointing that out.
It speaks so highly on Vrabel, too, in his linebacker knowledge, because, like, Landry's from Tennessee, Spillane is from Tennessee, Jack Gibbons is from Tennessee, so he brought a lot of the guys that understood what he wanted over this team, and they're figuring it out. So,
and how about this for irony of injuries? We're going on record saying we believe that Drake Maye has a mild AC joint sprain. It's not the true shoulder joint. It's part of the shoulder complex. It's not part of the rotator cuff or labrum. But think about this irony, this trilogy.
Trilogy now, yes.
Drake Maye, we believe, has an AC joint sprain. Drake Maye came in for Jacoby Brissett in the final preseason game, his rookie year.
2024, yes, correct.
The third preseason game where starters play. Jacoby Brissett started, and we have the video. He went down with an AC joint sprain.
Right on his shoulder, directly on his shoulder.
Came out of the game. Drake Maye came in, played well, and Jacoby Brissett still started the season. Maybe the AC joint was still bothering him. He played, but then due to performance lost his job. So in some ways, Drake Maye with the AC joint sprain now. The starter ahead of Jacoby Brissett had one. And remember, Jacoby Brissett started playing because of Jimmy Garoppolo's AC joint sprain.
Right.
The year Tom Brady had the phone deletion to Deflategate 4-game suspension. Jimmy Garoppolo played a great first game. Second game, sprained his AC joint.
Absolutely.
Jacoby Brissett finished, and then Jimmy Garoppolo was done, and Brissett played a couple more weeks, actually injured his UCL, but that's a different story. So Garoppolo ACL led to Garoppolo AC joint throwing shoulder, led to Brissett throwing shoulder AC, led to Drake Maye throwing shoulder AC. When I say led to, I don't mean directly. I'm just saying that's an interesting set of circumstances based on our video analysis. Looking forward to the game, just the unusual circumstances there. Any questions, Patriots or Super Bowl?
No questions right now, Doc. I'm just happy that they're happy with you right now. That's why I was worried about.
What were you worried about? Look, I know the media gig, and that's why I was having fun with them a little bit, right? I was having fun.
You see Twitter doctor, it's just, I don't know. It's like, we know what we are, right? So it's like.
Well, I guess I am.
I get jaded.
I'm a doctor on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm not a Twitter doctor.
But you're a doctor in real life as well. You know what I mean?
I'm a doctor in real life. I'm a 7th-year NFL head team physician who is now on Twitter. I got no issues with that. That's why I had fun with the Twitter doctor, the Edelman post, smoking a cigar with the Super Bowl Lombardi trophy. That was that I posted on Twitter. That was after the Atlanta Falcons 28-3 comeback. That was Houston Super Bowl. Atlanta comeback, 28-3.
Yes, 28-3, yeah.
Comeback. Kyle Shanahan was the OC for Atlanta.
Yes, he was.
Anyways.
I want to mention something about Maye because this leads into another good topic for you. Drake Maye said when he first landed, his shoulder took a corner. So people are making jokes that the substation was firing up and helping his shoulder heal or whatever. What are your thoughts on the substation? Because we are near it here in the Radio Row.
Well,
close enough, an hour away.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Landed. Okay, first of all, let's dispel this.
Yes.
The teams are not practicing at the 49ers facility because that was predetermined by the Super Bowl host committee.
Right.
Who would practice where? In San Jose and at Stanford. Okay? Has nothing to do with the substation issue. And even if it did, even the main proponents of the substation theory do not think that 1 week of exposure is enough. They're saying chronic. Right. Over months and or years, I believe, if I understand them correctly. Mm-hmm. So that's a red herring. I would say that, look, I love the fact that John Lynch says he's investigating it. He should. If one player in that locker room has a question, he should investigate.
He's got to look into it, yeah.
I'm the first one to admit I'm not a physicist. I'm not an electromagnetic field expert. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. But medically, there is no evidence to think that it hurts. There is some circumstantial evidence. You hear about cell phone towers, this, that, the other, that it might cause childhood cancer, leukemia. That's not substantiated. There is no evidence, to my knowledge, that it would cause tendon or muscle weakness or further injuries. Mm-hmm. And Jerry Rice pointed out they practice there forever, and including won Super Bowls practicing there. Yeah. I get you can make the argument the power of the substation went up as the area developed. I don't know what those numbers are. John Lynch will investigate it. But if you had a theory that electromagnetic fields affect tissues, PEMF, pulsed, not chronic, but pulsed electromagnetic fields are documented to help with tendon healing and injuries and muscle injuries. That is why Tua Tagovailoa bought PEMF beds and gave them to his offensive lineman this year in Miami for Christmas. No, he wasn't trying to harm them.
Mhm.
He was trying to help them. I'm not saying that being next to the substation helps them. I'm just saying if you had a theory based on science, it might actually be that way. So until I see something definitely the other way, I'm not buying into it. No disrespect to anyone who has that.
I saw Kyle Juszczyk comment, "You went to Harvard, so did he." So I saw he said it's been a talking point for years, and he's very curious to see what the research that the team might do in the offseason. So I think it's interesting. It's like,
That's very fair.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been a talking point for years.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
That he's looking forward to the research to see where it's very fair.
Yeah,
Spoken
absolutely.
like a crimson.
True Harvard. Yes, true Harvard. Boy.
True Harvard guy.
Yes,
Spoken.
Yes.
Very thumbs up, Kyle. Look, I get it. They've had some injuries. And I talked with Matt Mayako on NBC San Francisco.
The Niners.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
And I said, look, part of it is no offense, but if you want to look at the string of injuries, circumstantially, and this is not a criticism, I'm a big fan of Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not linked to the location since 1988 of the practice facility. It's linked to Kyle Shanahan's tenure.
His tenure, yeah, exactly.
Was where the injuries went up. And what has Kyle done? Kyle/John Lynch. They've taken some chances on some older players. They've drafted some guys coming off of ACL injuries and tried to rehab them.
Jason Verrett. Remember
Jason Verrett, who
he Chargers.
San Diego Chargers.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Jason Verrett. They took a chance on Jason Verrett, and he injured his patella tendon. George Kittle, who I love, is a beast. But he's also not 23 anymore.
Correct.
I'm not saying he's old, but I'm just saying they're an older team. There's some other ties to it. I welcome John Lynch's effort to – and look, John ain't going to call me on this. I don't have the science and data.
Yes.
I'm just interpreting and saying right now I don't see it. But whatever. I found it interesting. We didn't see any of the Pro Bowl. I
watched a little bit on TV, yeah.
I saw some highlights. The
It was
most notable
next door,
highlight,
yeah.
I saw a Jamar Chase interception.
Yep.
I was like, boy, they're going to go indoor football in smaller spaces on turf at high speeds. Thankfully, no one got hurt.
Did you find a score? Do you see the final score? It was like 66-50. It was like a barn burner.
Yeah, it was a typical Pro Bowl. No defense.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Well, did you see too?
Well, Jamar Chase got a pick six.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was interesting. So it's 7-on-7.
This? What do we got here?
A little
Polar bear.
Oh, Pepsi's doing some stuff.
Oh, wait a minute.
They're
trolling.
They're messing with them. Yeah, they've
They're
been doing
messing
on Twitter.
with the Coca-Cola polar bear.
Exactly what they're doing.
That's hilarious.
They've been doing it on Twitter. They were starting to do
have
that.
they? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were going to do
this. Are
this.
you old enough? You probably, like back in my day, the Coca-Cola polar bears were iconic. That's a Pepsi polar bear.
Do you remember the Coca-Cola thing in Vegas? I went through that when I was little. They do all the polar bear stuff inside there. It's like a Coca-Cola experience. So yeah, I know all about that. Yes, yeah.
It's all good. All good. Funny. What was I saying? The most notable thing I saw about the Pro Bowler, Micah Parsons in a scooter.
What was that? I didn't know what that was.
Like you see people at Disneyland when you go to Disneyland and you're going and you got a scooter.
Because my grandma's in there trying to get to front of the line or something. Yeah.
And he was owning it too. He was.
Yep. No, I thought that was an interesting one. I have a quote here from Stefon Diggs. It was his first year back from ACL this year. He spoke on Lindsey Vonn. I could exactly.
Oh yeah, tell me.
He said, "I could imagine." He said on her attempting to ski with it. I could imagine prayers to her. Number one, I hope her surgery, when she does it, is successful. It's crazy that anybody who has a torn ACL, they know like a week or a couple days, maybe sometimes people can run. People can do whatever they need to do once they get the swelling out. So it's kind of weird injury. As long as you're not cutting or decelling, I think she should be fine. He said, if she's at the Olympics, she's obviously an amazing athlete. Shout out to her mental toughness and what she's going through. Hopefully she can go out there and give it her best. Yeah.
Echo everything Stefon Diggs said.
Yeah.
Echo the fact that I forgot he had a great year coming off of ACL.
He did a very good year.
He made a really good recovery.
Yeah.
Well, he says as long as you're running, jumping, cutting. What is Olympic downhill skiing at super high forces?
Yes. Any
cutting.
bump. Right.
I'm just saying. I concur with everything that Stefon Diggs is saying. Shout out to him and to Lindsey Vonn.
Okay. And we went.
Dan Dakich there.
I know we had to say hi
Judy
to him.
Batista.
Oh, there you
Lots
go.
of people.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about Landry. You said specifically what he's dealing with, right? Or do we need to?
Who's this?
Did you go on Harold Landry? You said it's specifically what he's dealing with. The LCL.
I believe in week 6 of this season, he had a right knee friendly fire LCL sprain, posterior lateral corner sprain with a bone bruise. Amazing to me that he's played through and really hadn't fallen off until the playoffs a little bit.
Right.
Look, he's a vet. Vrabel loves him. I hope he plays and does well. I would be pleasantly surprised if they could find the roster spots for him and Spillane.
Yeah.
I'd be pleasantly surprised. But, of course, Drake Maye is playing. Now, for the Seahawks, Sam Darnold still worried about the oblique. Less so because it's 4 weeks. But he could re-aggravate it. Yes, he'll take vitamin T Toradol. I'm not sure if he'll wear that flak jacket again. Charles Cross is still the big if.
Yes.
I guess the injury report hasn't come out today, but last week he was DMP, but no injury designation with that foot.
And he missed a lot of games early in the year with a hamstring too, so he's been had an up and on.
This is different, obviously, but I expect hopefully LP and then no injury designation whatsoever, right?
And Darnold, like you said,
Pac-Man Jones.
Yes, yeah. Thought they were going to come into our table right there for a second.
You thought they were coming to the table? No, I don't know Pac-Man. He's just hugging somebody else.
Ernest Jones' chest that popped up on. He LP'd all week. He said it's not. I listened to him at the opening day. He said it's nothing new. He's something he's had. He's been managing it. So I don't. He doesn't.
Seattle's been one of the healthiest teams all season by our 6 score.
Absolutely,
they finished number 2, and the Patriots were not far behind. So it makes sense. 2 healthy, good teams. You can't just be healthy and make the Super Bowl. You have to be good. Healthy and good. Those go together.
All right, Doc. You want to talk about anything else so we could wrap this up real quick?
I do think the Pro Bowl is a little bit of a shame. I was fortunate to go to 2 Pro Bowls. I heard some other people saying back in Hawaii were the days. Look, call me the old guy. Back in Hawaii, those were the days when, you know how old guys say, well, I used to walk to and from school in the snow uphill both ways.
I did.
Right?
I did.
Right? I mean, back in the day, I was fortunate enough to go to 1 Pro Bowl in Hawaii. And let me tell you, I'm mad at myself. At that Pro Bowl, I got to know Vrabel a little bit.
Okay.
He gave me some of his jerseys and stuff. I tried to find what, I don't know, it's buried in my closet somewhere. I mean, no offense, sorry, but when
Is that the one Peyton was there? Peyton was there too, right?
Peyton was there.
I thought,
Peyton was there. And yes, the stories about Peyton Manning are true. Holding court.
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you something. The first Pro Bowl meeting, we're there. And everyone's in the room, including the team doctor. And we're the team doctor because of those days, if you lost the AFC championship game, you got to go to be the AFC. The coaching staff and the doctors would go. So I'm there in the room at the first Pro Bowl meeting, and they're passing around all these balls, Pro Bowl balls, for everybody in the Pro Bowl to sign. Okay. And they would give you a ball as, that everyone signed as a momentum. So you sign, and the doctor was in there, the athletic trainers too, everyone that you sign it. So there's some Pro Bowl balls floating around there that embarrassed to say have my name on it. There's some kid that says, who the frick is this guy? I've Googled him. I don't know who it is and whatever, right? But that's what everyone was doing, so I guess I just kind of did it.
Yeah.
And while we were doing that, there were some speeches that I still remember. Peyton Manning's speech, and I'm going to shout out because this is true. My friend Lorenzo Neal he's in the area. He's coming in shortly. I think he's going to come in hot in a second. I hope his timing is good here. I'm in the meeting, and Peyton Manning gets up, and he literally, I'm paraphrasing, Peyton owned the room. He held court. Poolside. It was a very tight environment, and they would let loose a little bit. It's the Pro Bowl. Peyton Manning got up on stage in the private players meeting, coaches and staff, and said, all right, it's the Pro Bowl. We're going to practice. We're going to do right. It's an honor to be here, but let's not forget, we're here to have fun. I don't need, this is paraphrasing now, let's have some fun. I'll sign and do whatever for your family members. But when I'm at the pool, we're having a good old time. Lorenzo Neal, I don't need your uncle coming up to me for an autograph or a selfie picture.
He said Neal's name on the deck.
He shouted out Lorenzo Neal because he knew Lorenzo Neal could take it. And Lorenzo Neal's a perennial Pro Bowler. And Lorenzo Neal's the man. and everyone knows Lolo's a little in the best way possible crazy, as he says. And he literally shouted out Low Neal in one of the meetings and said, Lorenzo Neal, I don't need your uncle coming up to me, and we don't need there's that the other. Now, it was a fake uncle. It was just hyperbole, but it was funny.
Yes, that's
great sense of humor there.
He understands what the room and understands what people want to hear. Yeah, he's good at all that. Yeah.
My girlfriend at the time, now wife, Kim, came with me to the Pro Bowl. And she, for a while, had a picture on her cell phone at practice at the Pro Bowl. And I happened to be standing next to Peyton Manning. And she put it on her cell phone and saved it. And she would tell people, that's my boyfriend. And I was like, oh, that's and she meant Peyton Manning.
She meant he's pointing to Peyton. That's good.
Peyton won her over. Peyton's an unbelievable guy.
He was super nice there. He said what he's awesome.
Peyton, I helped Peyton out this tiny bit much. Not a big deal. Hippo, whatever. He came up to my room and I helped him out this much. He met Kim. 3 days later, Kim's walking this way on a pathway. Peyton's walked the other way. And Peyton won over by saying, hi, Kim, how you doing? 3 days later. From then, Peyton was Kim's boyfriend, right?
There you go.
Anyways, so maybe I could say I stole Kim from Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, you can say that. You can say that.
No, I'm just joking. No, but let me tell you the Peyton Manning story. The guy's unbelievable. These are pros. I don't know why we went off on this tangent, but Peyton Manning, I forever love him. One time at the end of Pro Bowl practice, he goes, can you do me a favor? I said, sure, anything. Can you get 3 bags of ice and 2 big boy ace wraps? Tell the trainers to do that and leave them on the stool by my locker. I'm like, we'll put it on you there. And he goes, no. You guys are here on vacation too. Just leave it out. I'll be good. Mm-hmm. It's like, no. We'll wait. We're good. He goes, no, just tell him. He goes, I have a make-a-wish after this. And it's going to take a while. It's not going to be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at least half an hour, if not longer. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to take away from your pool time or your family time here. You guys deserve it too. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
That he would be that considerate and want to spend that much time with the Make-A-Wish.
Thinking that ahead.
Thinking that ahead.
Right.
And we waited. The athletic trainers waited because that was our job. But that's how considerate, funny Peyton Manning's the man,
And this isn't someone that's like a fringe player or someone that's not been there a while. This is the guy that's perennial, been there.
I saw people tweeting that Peyton Manning owned the pool side and the Pro Bowl. Yes, he did. I'll say. The other Pro Bowl I went to was in Miami, and it was dovetailed with the Super Bowl. Not the same feel.
Yep.
Not the same feel. And, I get the games, the Pro Bowl games, it's lackluster. They got to figure it out. I think part of the draw, honestly, was the atmosphere. Not the games itself. The draw of players with the atmosphere at the Pro Bowl hotel. And they got to recreate that, I think, to get more guys interested in it.
Oh, I agree, yeah. Hopefully they're going to have it in the LA area next year. They're not going to move it. So
one other thing.
Yeah.
Goodell's press conference good, but I heard an interview from Jeffrey Miller, really insightful.
Yep.
About 18 games, health and safety, the use of AI.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Miller's got it going on.
He has it figured out. Yeah.
And he was very open. It was some podcast that he was on. I was listening to this morning, listening to all the chapters. He was, a lot of times the big press conferences are very buttoned down.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Miller was very open about referee issues, health and safety issues, what the league is trying to do.
He's awesome. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Right, Doc, we can wrap it up. Everybody just take a last slow look. This is Free to Row. We'll be here next couple days. Yes, we'll have videos, pictures, and stuff next couple days. So
I apologize again about the timing. I apologize about ambushing everyone. It was just too hectic and whatever. We'll get up and walk around a little bit.
The substation was frying our Wi-Fi yesterday.
Yeah, we had some Wi-Fi issues. We didn't know we needed to plug in, and thanks to our friends here to show us and loan us the pieces of equipment that I don't know nothing about here. Always fun and here. Anything else you want to cover? What's your best memory of this Radio Row so far?
Well, right now, I just heard Max Crosby came out and said he doesn't want to play for my Raiders right now. And I usually get a handshake from him every year when we go to Radio Row.
He said he doesn't want to play.
He said Jay Glazer broke the report saying that he doesn't want to play for the Raiders anymore. So, I mean, Glazer, like we talked about, he has nuggets and he gets them out there. He knows what he's doing. But that hurts me because I usually get a guaranteed Crosby handshake. So I got to find him, I guess.
I don't know what's going on with the Raiders, and I don't pretend to know. I think Tom Brady is awesome, right? But, oh, by the way, the whole Belichick not getting the whole mind-blowing.
We will have a guest. We have some
Oh, yeah,
prepared
right now,
yeah.
We'll tease it.
Yeah, do it.
Howard Balzer on the Hall of Fame committee, friend, saw him at Radio Row. We were talking about the Hall of Fame. He goes, yeah, I'm not really talking about much because I'm being true to what they said, that the process was until there's an announcement, you're not supposed to talk about anything. I'm not going to. But he said, I'd be happy to talk about what potentially happened after. I said, you want to come on the podcast? He said, great. So after the Super Bowl, we'll have him on.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk about this. My number one question would be, if there was a movement to penalize Bill Belichick because of Spygate and Deflategate, will there, could there be the same movement when Tom Brady
for the
is
phone,
eligible?
phone and other things? Yeah, correct. You would
I
say
think the answer is no,
but it
but
should.
if you
Maybe
did
it
it
should
to
be.
Belichick,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be more not purposeful, more like we thought Belichick would get in, so I just wanted L.C. Greenwood to get in, or Roger Craig to get in, or
I don't want to take a spot from anybody.
I don't want. So my extra vote for Belichick isn't going to matter. He's going to get in, so let me use the extra vote on a personal way, and then all of a sudden it happened. And so it's the structure. But I would not be surprised if the Hall of Fame revamps everything there, because they almost, to save face, they have to say that wasn't us. But they've got some really, really good members.
Absolutely.
On the Hall of Fame committee. I mean, from Howard Balzer, Mike Sando, unbelievable.
Love Mike Sando. Sando.
Look, I think Bill Poley and Tony Dungy amazing, but I don't know what happened there or didn't happen there. Eric Williams just walked by.
The Colts lost to the Patriots too many times, maybe back in the day. I don't know. Like you said, I don't know what happened there, but yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I'm not going there. But let's hear it from Howard Balzer. But
you'll have a lot
Bill
to say.
Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame. Obviously, he will be in the Hall of Fame. Obviously,
Kraft should be as well, and he probably
Kraft will too. I'm actually kind of glad. No offense to Kraft, that he
one
didn't get in this year, because you don't want Kraft to get in. It should have been Bill Belichick and sully his year, kind of thing. And I hope no one links whoever gets in, Roger Craig, L.C. Greenwood, or Ken Anderson. One at least of those are getting in. I hope there's no asterisk that it should have been Bill Belichick.
Yeah, you don't want.
I hope they don't get the questions, but one of those is getting.
They all deserve to be there, so
they deserve to be there. And I hope they don't pull away. But I think there'll be another uproar on Bill Belichick. Once they announce who is there. But we'll continue to talk about it. Drew Brees is clearly a lock, I think, first ballot Hall of Famer.
We think so. I agree.
He's in a different pool than this veterans or seniors.
I like Luke Kuechly as well. I think Luke Kuechly.
I think Luke Kuechly should.
Yeah.
Drew Brees is a first ballot guy. I think he is.
Will Anderson's one that's interesting.
Will Anderson's interesting. I think
Roger.
Adam Vinatieri has a chance.
Yes. Yeah.
They've got some good wide receivers. Larry Fitzgerald. I don't know how the Hall of Fame is.
Even Torrey Holt, who was
Torrey Holt. Well,
Larry.
Larry's
good.
It's pretty
a lot of
pretty cool here. But full circle, Seahawks. Oh, here's one thing we haven't talked about. I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Since on WEI, what's the tight end's name? Blank on his name.
Oh, Jeremy Wiggins.
Jeremy Wiggins
Jr.
Dr. Wiggins, when I sat down, said, I've looked at it. I think he has an AC joint sprain. I'm like, bingo, Dr. Wiggins.
Jermaine Wiggins.
Bingo. And he had a I Love Drake Maye shirt on. I said, can I have one of those? And he said no. But anyways, and I said, if you can be a doctor, I can be a football analyst a little bit. So here's my thing. I am going to say something footballish. You can disagree with me. Everyone still harps on 11 years ago, Russell Wilson's pass, Pete Carroll's call for a pass, the OC's call for a pass on 2nd and goal from the 1. Let me tell you something. I think it was the correct play call, but the execution was bad. Hear me out before you disagree. Why? Go look at it. The Patriots saw 3 wide, 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 11 personnel, 3 wide receivers. They went goal line, which meant they have to match the wide receivers. So 3 DBs and goal line, big front package.
Yep.
The Seahawks, once they saw that, I think their plan was to spread them 3 wide and run Marshawn Lynch.
Break them out, yeah.
Well, Bill Belichick and company said, I know what's happening. You're trying to spread me. I'm not doing it.
I'm not moving.
I'm going 3 wide, and we're ready for – I'm going 3 corners and goal line, and we're ready for you. I think then the OC and the Seahawks went, oh, shoot. They went big on us. We don't have the numbers up front.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing that can happen is we hand the ball off and Marshawn loses 2 yards, which could happen against the goal line front.
Right.
And now it's 3rd and 3. They were like, let's see if we get lucky on this pass. If not, we throw it away. It's incomplete. No big deal. We run the ball on 3rd and 1 from jumbo package with Marshawn. We run the ball on 4th and 1 with Marshawn jumbo package. But on 2nd and 1 from the goal line, let's not lose 2 or 3 yards and change the sticks on us. So here comes the slant pass. Credit to the Patriots for coaching it up. But here's the number 1 rule. When you run that type of route, Ricardo Lockett, all wide receivers know it, you can, look, it's a pseudo pick play. The Patriots read it. Ross Browner charged the wide receiver to give a shorter pass, a pattern, shorter pathway for his DB, blanking on his name, famously obviously is
Malcolm Butler.
To have a shorter path to the ball. Mm-hmm. So Browner played it right. He went up into the receiver in front to give a clear path so that he could go behind him. And the number 1 rule for the wide receivers, don't let the DB cross your face.
Can't do it. Can't allow it.
And it was instantaneous that he crossed the face, but you needed to cut your route a yard shorter to stay in front of the guy. Mm-hmm. Incomplete or complete and tackled at the 1 is nothing. Interception is what you don't want. So you needed to cut him off. Mm-hmm. Why didn't he? Well, he probably was like, oh, my God, I'm going to catch the game-winning touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. Yep. Let's not drop this. Yeah. Let's be careful. Instead of the fundamentals of get in front of the guy. It's not about catching the ball. It's about making sure he doesn't catch the ball.
You got to get there and get open. And then.
So he was more like, I'm going to catch it. And he got snagged. Yep. Now, Russell Wilson, if he's seen it, he needs to throw the ball a little low where only Lockett can get it, or behind Lockett where only Lockett can get it. Mm-hmm. It's not a harm if you don't complete it or complete it short of a touchdown.
Right.
So I would maintain, given the circumstances, and I'm no OC, that was the right call. I get it. The whole world will disagree with
Contrary to popular belief, exactly.
Contrary to popular belief. How's that for my football?
That's our.
You can at me and agree or disagree. I'm fine with that. But at least you heard me out on my thoughts there. And I was at that Super Bowl.
So you saw that stuff live. You saw that.
I had an end zone, so I was on that end. So I had an above view of it.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it was almost like an all 22.
You got the coach's view, exactly.
I was above it. Now, did I make all that analysis in real time? I was a little bit like, WTF, what just happened here?
Right.
And that certainly, look, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, one could not have done it without the other. Tom Brady doesn't win that Super Bowl without Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick doesn't win that and other Super Bowls without Tom Brady.
Right.
They're tied at the hip. To say one's more important than the other is splitting hairs.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion. They're both great. Now, to your Raiders, I firmly believe Tom Brady is smart, talented, driven, and can succeed at anything that Tom Brady wants to do. Look at how much he's studied, and he's become a really good announcer, I think. He's obviously a great quarterback, first ballot Hall of Famer. Can he be a great front office executive or advisor? I believe so. But it's not a part-time job.
He needs to go to he needs to go to Las Vegas. He has to.
If he
has
lives
to.
in Las Vegas,
He
not
has to
Miami,
go. Yeah.
and he may not be willing to sacrifice his kids
In a family life.
in
Exactly.
his family life.
Yeah.
He may not be willing to sacrifice the road. Look, if you're not with the team all the time, it's hard to see all the nuances.
Mm-hmm.
You get reports on what's happening with the team.
Individually.
But
Yeah.
As I always tell you, great, so-and-so said this. I want to see the source material, the full quote, and even how he said it, and the body language, not just the clip. And that's the same with Tom Brady. If he gets in the building, I think the Raiders are in good shape. If he's just part-time
Doing
advising,
it from afar. Yeah.
that's hard.
You're not
That's
getting
hard
the
to do.
Yeah.
So maybe if he says, I'll get into the building, Max Crosby will see it and change his mind. I don't know.
I hope so.
I'm going off the rails here. We're at 55 minutes.
We're good.
That's a great stopping point. Pro Football Doc Podcast, Sports Industry Central, craziness here at Radio Row. We'll be here the rest of the week. Leaving on Friday for my daughter's father-daughter dance. Look, Bounty wings, chicken wings being passed out. Bounty everywhere.
There you go.
Craziness stuff everywhere. All right, thanks for watching and listening. Appreciate everybody. And we'll continue to bring you some content and have some fun. Let's have a great, fun, healthy, happy Super Bowl. Let's see Drake Maye go throw along and complete that first pass. Let's see if I'm right on my prediction that he'll do it early. Rainbow will have him do it early.
Well, I'll just say make sure we like and subscribe. When we do Sick Picks, we'll have a guaranteed pick this week, so look out for that. In college basketball, we're up 35-plus units, so continue to look at our Sick Picks. But, yeah, keep track of all our content for NFL. If the Radio Row will be right here for the next couple of days. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.